Hello, I'm Scott Biceno, editor of Telecoms.com. Welcome to Win-Win Live. The first Guanghua Cup Gigabit Optical Network Application Competition successfully concluded in Shanghai in September 2022. The project, exploring industrial PON-based innovative applications for SMEs digital transformation, jointly submitted by China Telecom, Foshan, Chuangxing and Huawei, won first prize and received a great deal of attention. The project implements an underlying network to realize the digital transformation of factories. The network is highly reliable, easy to deploy, easy to maintain, and can be easily evolved, ensuring the project stood out among the 3,000 entries in the competition. Today, we're delighted to be joined by 5 distinguished guests to discuss what we can learn from this project regarding digital transformation. They are Mr. Gao Hongchao, General Manager of China Telecom Foshan, Mr. Han Dong, Deputy General Manager of Nanhai District Branch of China Telecom Foshan, Ms. Gao Chuhui, General Manager of CX Precision Fabrication Co Limited, Mr. Jing Yuzhe, President of Huawei Optical Product Line, and Ms. Zhang Hu Fen, Vice President of Huawei CMBG Marketing and Solutions Sales Department. Now, let's learn more about this project. Large enterprises are embracing digital transformation, but is it a must for SMEs? Is digital transformation easy? Does it represent a large market?
Foshan is home to over 100,000 companies. 95% of them are SMEs. Chuangxing Manufacturing is one of them. In the past, digital transformation allowed enterprises to live better in the market, but today it has become the key to companies' survival. Digital transformation is the must for SMEs. However, SMEs are still concerned about digital transformation. For example, we worried about if we will have to post the production for transformation. Then, if we post the production, we won't be able to survive. Also, how should we transform? This is why many SMEs are hesitant about digital transformation. Back in 2015, I realized digital transformation was something we must follow through. So, in that year, we set up a company for transformation. We spent 3 years developing IT systems. Then the team told me systems alone could not address all the problems, as systems only enable the data flow. We need connectivity. Only connectivity could truly make transformation happen. That's why, since the system was built in 2018, Chuangxing Manufacturing has been exploring how to make the transformation journey smoother. Later, we requested Mr. Han of China Telecom Foshan to enable our transformation. Lack of connectivity was the barrier for us to deepen transformation. The reality is, SMEs want to transform. We must transform if we want to survive. But our concern is we cannot find the right way of transformation. This has discouraged many SMEs to embrace digital transformation. Since Chuangxing Manufacturing has successfully transformed, I can share our practices with you. Now, data can flow, network is through, and logistics operates smoothly. All previous obstacles have been resolved. Last year, our profit increased by 60% and production value by 51.52%. This is the dividend brought by the transformation. I would like to take this opportunity and encourage SMEs to embrace the change and transform digitally. Foshan is a manufacturing hub. There are more than 100,000 manufacturing companies here, but less than 10,000 of them are large enterprises. Most of manufacturing companies are SMEs. We realize that manufacturers have actually very urgent demand for digital transformation, but they all have many confusions. What are the tools they should adopt? How to design the transformation to make sure it suits their segments? And how to address their biggest pain points? Digital transformation is a long journey and cannot be completed overnight. Therefore, we must gather resources from multiple industry players to enable digital transformation. Foshan government announced a 10 billion funding program for manufacturing digital and intelligent transformation last year. And recently, it has proposed the ambition that by 2025, 80% manufacturing companies will complete the initial phase of digital transformation. This shows how much the government values and supports digital transformation. In this context, China Telecom, as an operator, would like to contribute more. We can see that digital transformation represents a large market. China Telecom, as a leading carrier, must play its role and contributes more to the digital transformation of SMEs. For SMEs around the world, digital transformation helps them reduce costs and increase efficiency. Transformation has also become a key to enterprises' competitiveness and survival. So, digital transformation is a must and also an urgent task for SMEs. My observations of SMEs, much of their business is customized orders from large enterprises. These orders are usually coming in smaller batches, but the batches are in higher numbers. This makes it impossible for SMEs to improve productivity with digital tools as large enterprises. SMEs actually need digital transformation more than large enterprises. Their production still relies on obsolete labor methods. So I think digitalization is even more critical to SMEs. Huawei is a communication and connection service provider. Today, over 90% home have access to internet. Individual internet access rate exceeds 100%. However, in China, less than 23% devices of manufacturing SMEs are connected. This is a market with great potential.
Okay, thank you very much for that. And on to the next question. Foshan is a city in Guangdong that is home to over 100,000 manufacturing companies. Just like Chuangxing, according to Ms. Gao's introduction, digital transformation appears to be a must for SMEs. However, most SMEs are burdened by legacy. They're not digitally savvy and have to deal with high costs. Then, as the provider of the foundation for digital transformation, what differentiating benefits can China Telecom Foshan offer enterprises that traditional system integrators cannot?
China Telecom Foshan is a leading carrier. We are committed to our customers. Operation is our differentiator. Traditional system integrators think completing projects is everything. They probably will walk away when the project is developed. But for us, we will stay to perform the operation, develop iteration, and grow together with enterprises. I think this is very important. In addition, our service channels are available across the entire city, and we deployed resources specifically for industries. China Telecom also has competitive solutions and strong delivery capability. Another strength of us is our DICT capability, which means we're able to organically integrate DT, IT, and CT. With such capability, we can coordinate clouds, networks, terminals, and users. While traditional system integrators only focus on terminals and users, coordinating clouds, networks, terminals, and users, and cloud network security are all helpful to SMEs. These are the differentiating benefits brought by us.
Thank you very much. And now on to the next question. China Telecom offers one-stop services for SMEs. Mr. Han, could you please introduce the specific solutions and services?
那实际上现在呢，我们提供的服务呢，我大致可以分为3个层次。
Our service portfolio has 3 layers. The first layer is traditional communication services, such as internet access and 5G SIM cards. These services are something everybody is familiar with. They allow enterprises to engage externally, enable data exchange. The second layer is enterprises' internal IT services. There are two types. One is the wired and wireless networks for enterprises' internal data exchange. Another is cloud services based on China Telecoms e-serving cloud, such as cloud desktop, cloud monitoring, cloud server, and security service. The third layer services are designed to serve specific use cases of enterprises, with its basic capabilities of cloud, networks, IoT, video, and security. China Telecom offers use case-oriented solutions to meet enterprises' requirements of production, office, and managing transportation and logistics. Enterprises do not need to go through the complex journey of feature development and release. Instead, they can easily access our cloud services to deliver requirements of use cases.
Thank you very much for that. And on to the next question. Can these capabilities be transferred to other projects? Are there any innovative business models you can share?
There are so many service providers for enterprise digital transformation. One problem that is bothering enterprises is it is difficult for them to transfer the model of one project to another. They have to start from the ground up. I think there are three reasons causing this issue. First, each project requires at least $1 million investments. Enterprises are hesitant about making such a large investment upfront. Second, digitalization projects are typically delivered as a whole, but their effectiveness and value will only demonstrate after a certain period of time. This makes it difficult for enterprises to make up their minds to transform. Third, many services are customized because enterprises have different demands. This leads to high development costs. China Telecom's digital solution for SMEs are designed to be transferable. They have three highlights. First, we offer the traditional monthly subscription model to replace the one-off investment, making it easier for enterprises to kick off digitalization. In addition, China Telecom provides standard offerings. Standard offerings, monthly subscription, and our O&M platform enable enterprises to embrace digitalization in a simple and fast way with low costs. More importantly, we are a telecom operator. China Telecom has a large service team that stays close to our customers. As Mr. Gao has introduced, we grow together with enterprises along their transformation journey. What enterprises need is on-demand services. Based on the benefits brought by services, they can dynamically optimize and adjust the portfolio. This addresses the concerns about ROI. I believe with the support of these strengths, an increasing number of enterprises can make up their mind to transform.
Thank you very much for that. On to the next question. The project of Chuangxing adopts both 5G and F5G. How will F5G influence the digital transformation of industry? And what are Huawei's latest innovations and explorations with regard to enabling industry, especially in terms of the digital transformation of SMEs with F5G?
F5G and 5G are defined by the same International Standardization Organization. 5G is defined for outdoor mobile connections, while F5G serves use cases that demand high reliability and do not expect connections to be mobile. F5G is the fifth generation of fixed network. 5G and F5G can better enable the digital transformation of SMEs. In this project of Chuangxin Manufacturing, F5G and 5G together enable at least three innovations. First, the combination of F5G industrial PON and 5G enabled network to be connected and data to be synced. The operation flows of order, warehouse, manufacturing, logistics, and payment collections are all linked. The link is enabled by F5G industrial PON and 5G. This is the first innovation brought by the combination. Second, F5G and 5G provide a more reliable and more secure connection. As Ms. Gao introduced, manufacturing companies cannot afford to post production, which raises high requirements on reliability. F5G and 5G are each other's backup, making sure connectivity is always available, and manufacturing lines can run without being interrupted. The second innovation improves reliability. What about the third one? The F5G industrial PON is actually a simplified deterministic architecture. Why is it simplified? It replaces the traditional switch network cables with fibers, increasing the scalability. So, when a manufacturing line expands, the company does not need to add a new cabinet every 100 meters. Then, why is the F5G industrial PON deterministics? Compared with the previous home PON, industrial PON offers TDM-based hard slices. Its latency, jitter, and packet loss are all deterministics, meeting the requirements of industrial use cases. These are the three innovations we enabled together with China Telecom Foshan and 创新 Manufacturing.
Okay, thanks again. And on to the next question. Huawei has strong technology and innovation capabilities in the ICT domain. However, the biggest challenge for enterprise digital transformation is that they need to use case-based solutions that can effectively address practical problems. Can Huawei overcome this issue? And what solutions does the company offer?
As digital transformation deepens, the needs of SMEs are becoming increasingly complex, and challenges are more diverse. Huawei fully understands the requirements of typical use cases because we are also an enterprise. We have been transforming production, supply, R&D, and sales processes digitally. Along the way, we realized it is impossible to count on a single technology to address all demands. Also, if the optimization is done only partially on the process, enterprises will have to deal with silos, network overlay, and fragmented IT systems in the future. This will increase the maintenance pressures and even forces enterprises to make repeated investments. To avoid that, we must have the full picture in mind. The first steps of addressing challenging specific use cases is to have a thorough understanding for advanced technologies, adopt relevant technologies, and identify the optimal solution. Huawei has accumulated technologies across all ICT domains, including connectivity, computing, and cloud. More importantly, we have the opportunity to actually apply these technologies in digital transformation. For example, in Huawei's southern factory in Dongguan covers an area of 1,400 square meters. There are over 2,100 connected devices in the factory, including smart terminals, cameras, AGVs, and sensors. As Mr. Jin mentions, some connections are fixed, some are mobile, some require ultra-high bandwidth, some demand stable latency, and some need zero jitter. To address requirements of diverse use cases, we must holistically plan for technology adoption and conduct architecture design. Only so can SLAs be met. Huawei's competitiveness with regards to serving SMEs is its ability to analyze scenario demands and identify ICT technology portfolio that can meet the demands.
Thank you very much. Next question. We know that Huawei also offers enterprise products and solutions. So how will Huawei work with telcos?
Huawei has been working with carriers for more than 30 years and has helped over 1,500 networks in more than 170 countries and regions operate stably. We are the ICT solution provider that knows telco strengths the best. With years of cooperation, telcos and Huawei have established mutual trust. Huawei can leverage our competitiveness and ICT technologies. Telcos can tap into their unique strengths, such as their service capability, long-term operation capability, and their powerful local service teams. Huawei and telcos joint hand will unleash new possibilities. Just like in Foshan, we have incubated innovative use cases and business models. In China and the markets outside China, telcos have unique strengths regarding offering digital services to enterprises. We will continue working with telcos to make digital transformation easier for enterprises, increase telcos' efficiency, and encourage shared success.
Thank you very much. And here's a question for Ms. Gao. It seems that both carriers and Huawei attach great importance to the digital transformation of SMEs. What do you expect from them?
Problems may only occur after use cases are implemented. The service we want is to get the support needed whenever there is a problem. Because we know that as of today, technologies are updating. We may meet different issues every day. When deciding on our partners, the priority for us is to see if a vendor has the ability to offer continuous services and if it has strong competitiveness. What we would hate to see is that, for example, we ask the telco to address the problem, then the telco has to find some other vendors to serve us. We work with China Telecom because it has the most powerful field team. They are always there for us whenever we need them. Also, the Huawei team is very professional. They stayed up late until 2 o'clock in the morning in 3 months R&D phase. With such commitment, I don't think anything can stop them. I have great faith in them. I am convinced as long as Changxin Manufacturing works with them, we will only do better.
Thanks a lot. And moving forward, how do you plan to better enable the digital transformation of SMEs?
Digital transformation is a challenging task that requires long-term efforts. Telcos have their unique strengths, however, there are diverse categories of SMEs, and SMEs come from various segments. It is impossible for one company to cover everything. For each industry segment, China Telecom, as an operator, must first enhance its understanding. Only by going into their business can we identify its needs. Changxin Manufacturing is a sheet metal manufacturer. There are many other segments of manufacturing, such as textile manufacturing. It might be challenging for us to understand and identify their digitalization needs. To better understand industrial needs, we need to work with more ecosystem partners because different vendors have different strengths. For example, Qishuai Technology is a subsidiary of Changxin Manufacturing. Qishuai develops ERP, MES, and OA for its segment. There are many other ecosystem partners as such in the manufacturing industry. Then we will combine our strengths with theirs. In addition, we need to integrate the power of stronger players along the entire industry chain, such as Huawei, to better serve our customers, understanding their needs, meeting their needs, then stimulating and encouraging new demands of customers. Another thing China Telecom would like to do is adapting its operation, its organization, talents, and assurance mechanism to requirements of industries, such as manufacturing cannot afford any interruption of production. As the scale of digitalization grows, the traditional ways of network O&M will not sustain because they cannot deal with such high-level individualization. A simple network cutover could be done based on our timeline, but that would not be possible in the future. We will have to consider which companies' digital services will be impacted by the cutover. The cutover may need to be scheduled at the 0 o'clock or 4 in the morning. In the past, we only needed to factor in our own networks, but today, the requirements of enterprise customers are prioritized. Third, China Telecom will work with industry to encourage innovation. In the project of Changxin Manufacturing, we have done many things that had not been done before. As our understanding for segments increases, we will enhance innovations with partners. As a technology company, China Telecom has many atomic capabilities, but these capabilities are not necessarily in line with the requirements of SMEs. We can develop some of them by ourselves, but also build some with ecosystem partners. SMEs are embracing digital transformation. China Telecom must also keep transforming to improve its technological and R&D capabilities and adapting its operation mechanism to SMEs' digital transformation. I'm with the city OPCO. OPCO of a city is tasked to conduct operation, so we need to improve operation to satisfy customers' requirements. We also need to offer more standard offerings. Only when offerings are standardized can they be deployed at a large scale to address SMEs' digital transformation demands.
Thank you very much. And finally, I would like to invite each of our guests to summarize the key aspects of SME digital transformation in one sentence.
我们呢是
Chuangxin Manufacturing has become the leader of digital transformation. Moving forward, we would like to inspire more manufacturing companies to join us in digital transformation, hoping to see more transformation champions in manufacturing. We strive to be an enabler for digital transformation of local SMEs. We will continue enhancing F5G industrial PON to facilitate the digital transformation of SMEs. Digital transformation of SMEs is a long and challenging journey, but don't worry. China Telecom will be a good partner and stay with you along the entire journey. Integrate technologies of industries to identify the optimal solutions for use cases. Huawei will work with carriers to encourage the digital transformation of SMEs.
Thank you so much for sharing your insights. China Telecom, Foshan and Huawei deployed industrial PON-based F5G and 5G to establish a benchmark project alongside Chuangxin. This project will introduce not only proven solutions for factory digitalization to the world, but service experience and best practices. For example, the project has been able to coordinate multiple technologies following the analysis of demands from typical use cases. This project and all related efforts will accelerate the digitalization of enterprises worldwide, especially SMEs, and further promote the growth of the digital economy. So that's all from Win-Win Live today. Thank you.
See you next time.